Welcome back to Never Wrong MMA. Hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. I did not too bad on predictions this week, 11-2. You guys saw my losses. Chris Matino, I'll eat that one. Bobby Green, though, hey man, no one could have told me Zell Huber was that bad. Nobody could have told me Zell Huber was that bad. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to go through every single fighter on this card and give them a ranking based on their performance in different tiers. So, first tier we got cut from UFC. Pretty self-explanatory. First up, get him out. No, I'm kidding. He's not actually going to get cut from the UFC, but sometimes I hate this guy's commentary, man. I cannot stand this guy's commentary. Why is he so negative all the time? Like, you'll see a guy throw like 2 or 3 big power shots, and Bisping's like, he's got to be careful there, man. He's going to gas. He's going to be gas if he keeps throwing like that. God forbid a guy throws a power shot in the middle of a fight. God forbid, right? Okay, seriously though, Jose Medina, your time's done. Your time is done. I don't know if you've landed 20 significant strikes since you joined the UFC. You've absorbed 200-300. Not even kidding. This guy's got an iron chin. You got to respect him for it. But he's done. His time is done. He is not UFC caliber. Kick rocks. Next up, Wes Schultz. Poor performance. He's soft. He doesn't like getting hit. It's clear as day. I don't even think one of the shots that Penis landed was that clean. I'm not doubting this guy has a lot of power, but Wes Schultz wanted to feel the power in his brain more than he actually did. He did not want to be in there. He is not UFC caliber. Get him out. Next up, Chris. I think what you need, 4 or 5 more fights in the regional scene, 4 or 5 more wins in a row in the regional scene. Get out of here. Maybe we'll think about bringing you back against whoever is the next hottest prospect. And, maybe this time you'll actually know how to fight instead of just walking forward and eating shots to the dome. Speedrun CTE. That's what this guy's done. Tough watch. Very tough watch. I did pick him, and I almost immediately regretted it. Not even after watching the fight. I mean, as soon as I said he's going to win, I was thinking about it immediately after, and I was like, I am dumb. It's okay, because you know who else is getting cut from the UFC? Christian Quinones. Get him out. Get him out. Terrible performance against Mutino. Are you kidding me? How can you finish Mutino? How are you looking bad against Chris Mutino? You looked terrible. One of the worst performances of the night. That fight was absolute shit. I have seen better fights in amateur regional scene in person. I'm not even kidding you. This was dog shit. Cut them both. They do not belong in the UFC, period. The saving grace of my Mutino pick is how bad Quinones was. Is how bad this guy looked in there. Horrible. Cut them both. All right, next category we got. One more L and you are cut. First up, Daniel Zellhuber. It's a telltale sign when people bring up how good you are in a performance that you lost in. This guy's peak was when he lost to Esteban Rivovic, and guys were like, oh, wow, he was landing pretty good shots, though. Man, this guy's durable, though, dude. He could stand in there. Yeah, we're over that now. You just got humiliated by Bobby Green. Humiliated. This guy made you look like you were a literal amateur. First time in the ring. You couldn't hit him. His hands were at his hips, and he was piecing you up. This guy turned into prime Cody Garbrandt. And Zellhuber looked lost. Couldn't land a shot. Couldn't find his punches at all. Had no ability to throw a jab or kicks at range. Utilize his height and reach advantage. Nope, I'm good. And Bobby Green, King Green, we'll call him today, schooled you. Next, what the hell was that? One more loss? Get him out. Get him out. Felipe Bunes has the potential to be entertaining, but he does not like getting hit. One more loss, this guy's out. One more loss, this guy's out. Wow, imagine. Wow, his grappling worked really well in round 1, right? Imagine not trying to do that again. Why? You clearly have the advantage on the ground in the wrestling. But you know what? I won that first round. I showed I could do it. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. Hello? One more loss, this guy's out. One more loss, this guy's out. He has the potential to be entertaining, so I could see the UFC hanging on to him, being like, hey, we can just keep feeding this guy's up-and-comers. He can be on the next highlight reel for the next guy's up, whatever, right? One more loss, though. Get him out. Another guy. Can be entertaining. Has the skills. Has zero power. Pacheco. Nothing for Santiago Luna. Nothing. This guy is a punching bag. A walking punching bag. He can throw back, but the problem is, doesn't hurt these guys. That does not hurt these guys. He can eat shots, so that's why I think the UFC is going to keep him, because he has put on some entertaining fights in the UFC on Dana White's Contender Series. I think they give this guy one more chance because he's entertaining, and that's it. If he sucks again, if he gets schooled again, gone. Get him out of here. Unfortunately, Douglas Silva de Andrade, your time is also beyond you. You are 40 years old. All right? If you want to fight again, you better not put yourself on the ground in a finishing position where Herb Dean has no choice but to stop the fight. This dude looked like he was like, my hips are up. I should put them on the ground so it looks like I can't do anything and I'm just going to take damage. There's 5 seconds left. Kick your hips up. Look like you want to be there. This guy gave up. He was done after getting almost finishing Javier Reyes, almost finishing him in the first round. You know what? I think I'm done. I took a bad shot. I didn't like it anymore. One more. This guy's out. He's old. It's over. Long career. He did well. Had some good fights. One more. Gone. Eric Silva. He could arguably be cut, but here's why I don't think he will be. He threw a spinning heel kick right off the hop. Dana White saw that. Oh, dude, that was badass, dude. That was a badass kick. Imagine if that landed, dude. That was so close. That's the only reason he's staying. I just gotta see if that heel kick lands the next fight. Like, that guy threw that shit so fast. I don't care. I don't care. Cool. Cool. You're a little flashy. You have a little flashy spinning move. Did it land? No. So does anyone care? Hell no. One more chance at that. You're gone. Next category, gatekeeper for life. What does this mean? The guys who may pick up a few wins against up-and-comers who are going to get fraud checked, but will never go on a streak to the title or make any significant rise in the rankings again. First up, Corey Sandhagen. Wait, sorry. There it is. Macy Chiasson. Macy Chiasson. This girl is going nowhere above where she is now, and she will fight up-and-comers, potentially fraud checking them because she does have some skills. That is it. Anyone who has remotely good grappling will be her. It will be that forever. It'll be that forever for her. So, poor Macy Chiasson, poor Corey Sandhagen. Next up, Kevin Borjas. Entertaining enough, skilled enough, has the ability to do shit on the feet, decent striking. Give him all the up-and-comers. He can beat some of them. He has the potential to finish some of those guys if they are not up to UFC caliber. Keep him right outside the rankings for life. Feed him, guys. Let's get these fraud checks done before the top 15. Next up, Ernesta Karakic. She's so entertaining for a woman fighter, but she's not that good. She is not that good. She does not have power to put her opponents down, and she doesn't really have head movement. She can stay just outside the rankings for life, maybe just inside. You know how Bobby Green kind of snuck his way in there, maybe just inside, but keep her right there. Gatekeep for life. She will beat people who aren't UFC caliber, but she's never getting top 5, never getting top 10. Keep her right where she is. There's not a gatekeeper conversation without this man, Marlon Chito Vera. The kid just doesn't want to fight, man, while actively being in the ring, in the octagon. This guy's literally 12 and a half minutes into the fight, and he's just realizing he's in a fight. How can you be so skilled, yet so inactive? Fight! You had the opportunities to land your shots on Martinez, but you didn't. You're not getting cut because you're too big of a name. You're the guy who beat Sean O'Malley that one time when he rolled his ankle, dude. That one time. So we'll keep you because you got a name, bro. You got a name. We know what you did to Dominic Cruz, dude. That was cold. Keep him right outside the top 10 to the top 15, maybe just outside the rankings. He will beat guys who are not UFC caliber. Keep him right there. That's all he is good for. But he's popular enough to keep, okay? I'll say it. He's not good, but I'll tune into a Chito Vera fight. I'm not missing a front kick to the face. I'll tell you that for free. I'm not missing a front kick to the face. The baby assassin, man. Brandon Moreno, tatted up Brandon Moreno. Unfortunately, not a mythical fighter. This is his life now, dude. This is his life now. Fighting up-and-comers. That's all he's good for. He will beat the guys again, like most of these people. That's why this category exists, because these people will beat the guys who are not UFC caliber. And Brandon Moreno should beat those guys. But as soon as they are good, man, as soon as they, they can kick a calf, dude. Those calf kicks are nasty, dude. Brandon Moreno's done. Brandon Moreno becomes a lay and pray fighter. Hold you against the cage. That don't work anymore in the Paramount Plus era. That barely worked last year. We're not doing that anymore. We're not holding you against the cage, pit-pat, kneeing you in the thigh. We don't do that here. And the up-and-comers, they'll take advantage of that if they are the caliber of the UFC. Next up, you won unimpressively. Javier Reyes. I mean, you almost got finished. Dejan Andrade put you down bad. You were able to recover and get the finish. But if that's anyone else, you're done. If that's not 40-year-old Dejan Andrade in his first fight up at featherweight, you are done. This is a bantamweight almost put you out. This is a bantamweight, bruh. Any other featherweight with power? See you later. This guy's not lasting. Hate to say it, but she can't really fight that good, dude. She can't really fight that good. Everyone else only knows the celebration, though. Everyone only knows the celebration. So we'll keep that separate. We'll keep that separate for the people who are into that. Me personally, I'm tuning in to watch a fight. Didn't impress me. Edgar Chairez. Imagine having the biggest advantage being your kicking game and throwing 5 kicks the whole fight. Kick a motherfucker, dude. Kick this guy. Kick this guy's legs. You see, he's skin and bones. He's got nothing there. Kick this guy's legs. Kick him in the body. Set it up for a head kick to finish this guy. 25K on the line. What'd you do? Nothing. You did fuck all. Thank God this was Mexico City because you arguably lost that fight. Piss me off. You won because you should have won. Speaks for itself. you were placed in a matchup where if you didn't win this, what the hell are you doing? Cut from the UFC category. Penis. Thank God Penis has that long reach. Am I right? Because this guy, no, I'm kidding. But this guy obviously finishes Wes Schultz first round. If you didn't choose this guy finishing Wes Schultz in the first round, what are you doing? You think Wes Schultz has any sort of grappling game? Yes, he does. But he's a pussy. Okay, that was a little deep. But you know what I mean? He's soft, bro. He doesn't want to be there. Damian Pinnis had to win that fight every time, first round KO. Francis Marshall. Clearly they gave you a layup after getting an absolutely horrible decision loss to Marion Santos. They gave you Eric Silva, who's coming off a leg injury. You had to beat this guy, and you had to do it in the first round. That was going to happen 9 times. It should be 9.9 times out of 10. Good win. Ryan Gondra. Jose Medina's not UFC caliber, never would be, never has been. He didn't even throw a strike at you. This was the easiest win of your life. And there's no other outcome that would have happened. You won because you should have won. This guy is the definition of this category. You won impressively. Pretty plain and simple. Imanol Rodriguez. Now, I know he faced some adversity in the first round. I know. But he bounced back, and he didn't give up on himself. He was right back in there, found the finish, beat Kevin Borjas up. Kevin Borjas is not bad, dude. That's why he's a gatekeeper. That's why we're keeping him there. That's why we're keeping him where he is. And Imanol Rodriguez had the skill, had the ability to bounce back after getting almost chinned. Like, I thought he was over, man. This guy was rolling around. This guy was getting flopped twice, 3 times. I'm like, damn, bro. No, I almost picked Borjas too. If he wins, I'll be pissed. No, he bounces back. He gets it done. We're good. We're good. Santiago Luna. I mean, this guy's so young. What is he, 21? 22 years old? Calm, cool, collected. Piecing Pacheco up on the outside. Working the boxing. Working the kicks. I'm not going to lie. I was LAN partying Black Ops 1 while this fight was going on. I can't even lie. I had my boys over. I was barely paying attention to this fight. I did not have to because I knew Luna was going to dominate this dude. And he did. This guy's so young. He has huge potential, I think. I think this guy is going to shoot up the rankings until he gets chinned because he got put down bad by Quang Lei. You know, people forget, man. This guy got knocked down by Quang Le in round 1. People forget, man. David Martinez. Arguably, you won, but not impressively. Because Chito Vera doesn't fight, dude. Right? But he's quick. He's got the ability to avoid Chito's devastating strikes that he rarely throws, but also do enough for himself. He rocked Chito a few times in this fight. Good kicks, good punches. Good win for David Martinez, the doctor. Next up, obviously we had to have the best category as performance of the night. In this case, performances of the night. Regina Terran. I mean, how could you not give this girl performance of the night? Short notice, 4-day, 3-day notice. She came in, put on a banger, not afraid to get hit, not afraid to hit, not afraid to stand and bang all day. That was a sick fight. That's why Kara Kate's in the gatekeeper category. We keep her around because she ain't afraid to throw down, dude. These girls fight. That's what we want to see. Not Ailin Perez lying on top, bro. Like, whatever. Great performance by Regina Terran. How can we not say Bobby Green didn't put on the performance of the night? Boom! Bobby Green is that guy. Bobby Green is that guy, dude. You can't put him in gatekeeper category because I don't put 2 in one category. But he's the best gatekeeper of all time. Of all time. Bar none. Michael Johnson, Bobby Green. Both beating Zell Huber. Incredibly. What a performance, dude. Humiliated Zell Huber in front of Mexico. His home country humiliated this guy. How do you bounce back from that? That was a tough look for the kid. What a performance by King Green. What a performance. Next up, of course, the main event and the last fighter on this card, Loner Kavanagh. I knew he would get it done. I had the feeling, bro. I had that feeling. Guys, this is the passing. This is the passing of the guard we're going through in the UFC right now. The old guys aren't hanging up no more. The old guys aren't hanging around. These new up and comers that have been training since they were sub 10 years old. This is the new era of MMA where these guys have trained their whole life for this shit, bro. Their whole life. Everyone was giving him 1 or 2 rounds for knockout. I was giving him 1 or 2 rounds for a knockout. I thought he would find it. He almost did in round 2. Did I think this guy had the gas tank to go 5 rounds? Hell no. Did I think this guy was going to beat up that lead leg of Moreno where he had absolutely no offensive ability anymore? Hell no. This guy's clean, dude. This guy's a top 5 flyweight. Flyweight is a dope-ass division right now, dude. There's so many new up-and-coming fighters, and it's just so entertaining because Pantoja's right there in the mix trying to beat them all. Fuck yeah. Let's go, Loner. What a performance. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. That's it.